Hello world, it's Kurtis Potter with Boundless Inspiration. Man, that sigh. I just left a funeral. It was somebody that my sister spent 15 years of her life with. They have 2 children together. It's a sad day. A life gone way too soon, 35 years old. And see, the thing is I really wanted to come and talk to you about this because it's something that many of us have experienced in our lives, losing somebody way too soon for whatever different type of reason. We see people that commit suicide, people that overdose, and like this situation, drinking and driving, got in a wreck. The thing is I just felt it on my heart to talk to you all about this because it all stemmed from him losing a friend, a great friend over 10 years ago. The guy was a construction worker. Just a random car hit him as he's working on the road. And the thing is Matt never could get healing from that. He had lost a friend. So he started drinking. Never sought help. And then another mutual friend happened the same thing, and he overdosed, and then it got worse. He had now lost 2 of his best friends. One was an accident. The overdose obviously was an accident as well, but it all stemmed from him not being able to get healing from losing that same buddy. Now Matt had lost 2 different friends that he called brothers, that he grew up with ever since kindergarten. He drank more, smoked a little bit more weed, but he was a functioning alcoholic. He was getting through this world, and even at his funeral, they talked about how he was the happiest go-lucky person on this earth. I mean, there was almost no negativity. I don't know if I've ever heard anything negative come out of Matt's mouth. I mean, I lived with them, helping taking care of my seizures. My sister. I'm getting a little choked up. My sister has epilepsy, and she was going through seizures, and I was living with them for over a year, helping with her seizures. And I spent a lot of time with him. Every single night, we were night owls, so we'd stay up later. Sometimes we'd play Call of Duty. Sometimes we'd just sit out by the fire and shoot the shit. And I don't know if I've ever heard anything negative come out of this dude's mouth. But he was just holding this in, and he was using substances to get him over that pain. And sometimes it might not even be drugs and alcohol. And sometimes we just put ourselves in the gym and we just work out way too hard because we can't get over it. Sometimes we just engulf our heads in work and we don't get over it. And I've pushed people away because I wouldn't do what it took to get over that pain. And I sat there in that funeral and I cried my eyes out because he was one of the most beautiful souls you ever meet in your life. But he had pain just like everyone else. See, just because we got some pain and we need help don't mean we're bad people. Doesn't mean that you're weak. It actually means that you're strong. See, I resisted going to counseling. I was like, I'm not going to be weak. I'm not going to have somebody telling me what I need to do, what's wrong with me. No. Please hear me. If you're struggling with anything, it's not necessarily your fault. You may have done something that may be your fault, but it's okay. We're humans. We all need help. None of us are perfect. We've all messed up. None of us are perfect. The only perfect person that's ever walked this earth got put on a cross. They killed him. So why would you want to be perfect anyways? Our spouses aren't perfect. Our significant others aren't perfect. Our parents aren't perfect. Our kids aren't perfect. But if we just try to understand each other, understand ourselves, and just take off them shackles, that's why I created Boundless Inspiration. Boundless, I knew I was getting bound. I knew I was getting held back in life by some stuff. And even though I've pushed away some people that I didn't want to, and I regret, and I'm sorry, and I hope they see this and just know that I truly am sorry. Know that it didn't take overnight for this to happen and get into me. It was like a poison I was just drinking slowly. And then eventually, you know what? It does send you to the hospital. It does ruin a marriage. It does ruin a relationship. It does ruin a job. It ruins your life. It may get to a point where it kills you. So if you're going through something, please understand that you're not weak by getting help. Just like the wolf pack that I referenced in some other videos, a wolf is strong enough to stand in the woods alone, but smart enough to stand in the pack, because there's nothing that can defeat a pack. If you're going through something, get some help. Let the people care about you. Everybody, that funeral home was packed. It was packed. There was people having to stand because there were so many people that was mourning his death. And I guarantee you, and if you would have walked through and asked any single one of them, they would have been there for Matt. They would have helped pay for his... I'm sorry, I'm getting worked up. They would have paid for his AA. They would have said... I got friends of mine that if I died, they reached out to me when I talked about suicide and Suicide Awareness Month. And they said, Kurtis, I don't know what I would have done if I would have lost you. And I guarantee you, if I reached out to them and said, hey, will you walk with me into counseling? They would have said yes. And I'm telling you, if you're watching this video, don't fight it alone. It's not worth it. My niece and nephew now are going to have to grow up without a father for the rest of their lives. Don't do that to your family. The best thing you can do is fight and not give up. Don't give up on your marriage. Don't give up on your spouse, somebody that you love. Don't give up on your children. Sorry, folks, but this one hits close to home. And I just had to watch somebody that I love get buried. And you know what, through part of that I was struggling. I was like, why didn't I do a better job at helping save this dude? We all knew he was becoming a functioning alcoholic. So that guilt and that shame, it just stews up in me. And I watched my sister cry. And my niece and nephew, they're so young, they don't even understand. But I just watched a movie, Show Me the Father, with some men in my men's group. And it shows you the impact that has growing up without a father. And I just felt that guilt and that shame that I could have been there and I could have done more. But you know what? I've been talking about it all starts with the man in the mirror. And people don't get help unless they want it. So today, if you're hearing this message and you're struggling on something, I just invite you, get some help. Reach out to the people that you know and trust in and you can confide in, and it can help you get through your stuff. If you're in a marriage and it's going down the drain, I just invite you to walk into marriage counseling with them and stop saying, I'm not going to go in there and have somebody tell me what I'm doing wrong in my marriage. It'll be the best decision you ever made. Open up a book that helps you get healing. It'll be the best decision you ever made. Go to AA, NA, SA classes, whatever AA classes that you need to fight your addictions. It'll be the best decision you ever made. Reach out to your friends. I would reach out to Matt every so often. But I know some of his closer friends, I talk to them, and they're already regretting it. Don't be that person that looks back and regrets it because they didn't get help. They didn't help others. They wasn't there for their friends. I love you all. Hope this video helped you. Like, share, comment, tag somebody, send it in a DM, send it in a message. That's the only way we're going to be preventing future funerals that are way too soon. 35 years young. I see them post all the time. Another one gone way too soon. Don't let it be you. Don't let it be a relationship gone too soon. Don't let it be a parenthood gone too soon where your kids check out because you pushed them away because you were so angry in life. The best apologies change behavior, and you have the opportunity right now to take a new walk, a new step, a new direction. Get help. You're not weak, you're actually strong. Love you all. Just another step closer to being boundless. Y'all have a great night.